You have started a revolution with your work, your books, and your talks about the theology of the body by Pope John Paul II. But how did this all start? How did you get involved in all this?
I discovered John Paul II's theology of the body in 1993. I was 23 years old, and I remember reading it for the first time and feeling like I had been welcomed into a banquet that really corresponded to my hunger. And we have this hunger as human beings, this yearning for love and for union. And when we're not brought to this banquet, we take that hunger to things that don't satisfy. And I had done that for many years. I had eaten from the wrong menu, so to speak. And I felt ill because it was bad food that I was trying to fill my hunger with. And so when I discovered this teaching, I knew this was the answer to the cry of the human heart. And I knew then, it was just an intuition, that I would spend the rest of my life studying this teaching and sharing it with the world. And the doors have opened up to allow me to do that. I'm a very blessed man. I have the best job in the world. I just get to bring hungry people to the banquet. It's great.
And what has fascinated you the most about theology of the body? Is there anything?
Oh, wow. Fascinated me the most. God's plan for our lives is far more beautiful and stupendous than we can dream or imagine. And the idea that our very bodies tell a story. Our bodies as male and female tell a story of divine love. I like to say God speaks to us in sign language. And the greatest sign he's given us is our creation in the image and likeness of God as male and female. And of course, that culminates in the incarnation, this idea that God himself took on a body. The very body of God is the sign of God's eternal love. God giving up his body for us. And the idea that the union of man and woman is a great sign of Christ's union with the church. This just blows my mind and sets my heart on fire when I realize that stamped right in our bodies as male and female, the very reason we're attracted to the human body is because we're looking for God. We're looking for Jesus. We're looking for union with God forever. All the sexual craziness in the culture today, what it really is, it's the human desire for heaven gone berserk. And the gift of the theology of the body is that it unberserks it and redirects our hearts to what we really long for. That continues to fascinate me.
So, how has this influenced your life besides having the best job in the world?
I couldn't understand myself as myself without what John Paul II has taught me. I really consider him my holy father. And it's really the role of the father, isn't it, to tell his children about the meaning of life, the meaning of sexuality, the meaning of love. And I've learned this from John Paul II. I couldn't understand myself. I couldn't understand my place in the universe if I hadn't encountered this theology of the body. I don't think I would.
And I guess it also changed like your behavior towards women, towards other people.
It changed everything. I mean, knowing the theology is one thing, living it is another. And it's a long journey to really integrate your heart with the message because we're all so broken. And I'm just as broken as anyone. But we need to have the bar held up to what we're really called to be. And even if we're far from that bar, we trust in God's mercy. And that mercy, as we open our hearts to it, it continues to transform us and it continues to help us make that journey. So it has informed and transformed my life and continues to do so. You never arrive. There's always more that you can learn from this vision that John Paul gave us because we're talking about eternal mysteries. And there's always more brokenness that we discover in our humanity that needs to be transformed. But I see this teaching as really giving me hope that transformation is possible. And I love to give that hope to other people. Change is possible. Transformation is possible. Forgiveness is possible. Healing is possible. And the fulfillment of the deepest yearnings of our heart, this is possible. And this is the hope that this teaching gives us.